Hey guys, it's Scott Alexander King here from Animal Dreaming and Animal Dreaming Publishing, and I just thought I would take a few minutes just to have a chat about what we're approaching, with the whole coronavirus and the whole lockdown, potential lockdown thing, and the whole self-isolation and not really knowing what to do with ourselves during these rather unusual times. I don't know anyone except for Trude's grandmother who remembers feeling like this, where not sure whether it's safe to go out, worrying about rations and, making sure that we only buy what we need and all those sorts of things, and which, some would say is sensible at the best of times, but a lot of us are panicking. There's a lot of worry, there's a lot of confusion, it's been bordering on fear. We've just found out that Prince Charles has now contracted the virus, so, everyone is being affected. No one is untouchable. Everyone is at risk, even children now. They're saying, there are cases of kids getting it despite what the news was saying. And, so we're really in a state of worry and concern. And I think it's really, really important that during times like this, we don't panic. I've had people saying, stay calm, stay relaxed. Like, that's very easy to say, but when it actually comes to putting it to practice, is quite challenging. So, look, I don't know quite what else to suggest, but to keep our hands and our minds busy. I know, for example, I've taken up writing, even just on my phone because of my eye accident. It's very hard to use my laptop, but I'm taking time out each day to dedicate some time to writing, which, if you can do that every day, you can eventually write a book. It doesn't have to be hours at the laptop every day. I'm writing my book at the moment in notes on my phone, just in short bursts, because, that's all I can do. But it's very important that we, think about other ways we can keep ourselves busy. I know my daughter, she's making sure she's spending a lot of time with the paintbrush in her hand. She's painting, she's preparing for her next, production that she wants to put together, her next product. So she's spending this time constructively. She's not worrying about what she can't do. She's focusing on what she can do. And I think if we could all just keep our mental health, if we look after ourselves and from a mental health perspective, I think we'll get through this a lot quicker. So look, all I know is that I've got very little I can do to suggest to you guys except write, do some art, do something quiet. Even if you've got access to an outdoor area, in your backyard, or we're fortunate, we've got land around us that means that we can still be outside and not interrupt anyone else or interact with anyone else. So we can do gardening, we can spend time in our vegetable garden, but if you can't, and you are literally confined to inside the house, if you live in an apartment or something like that, we can still do stuff that is going to make ourselves feel like we're being productive, and we can still do things that can advance ourselves, like we could take up some online studying or courses or something like that. I want to suggest something. I've produced this book, Earth Mother Dreaming, a little while back, and we published this, and we're very proud of the way it's turned out. This book contains 90 activities. Some of them do require materials, sure, but a lot of them don't. A lot of them are just activities that you could do, in your own room or in the lounge room, or with other people even. Like if you've got family members, there's some of them that can participate with still keeping that safe distance, which is weird. But, it's very important that we keep ourselves busy. So Earth Mother Dreaming has 90 activities, and some of those activities are, ones that we can do ourselves without much help or without many materials, such as looking after our chakras, meditation, how to find our totem animals, how to do lots of things that will advance ourselves, not just emotionally and mentally, but also spiritually. And it's sort of a case at the moment of taking a bit of responsibility for our own well-being as well as those around us, because if we don't look after ourselves, if we aren't there to support ourselves, we're not going to be of much support or help to those around us, particularly when those times of need come up. So just say someone does get sick in the family, you've got to be able to be, available for them, but in a way that is healthy and productive. So looking after ourselves, doing things, or taking time out for us, for our own selves to grow and to get through this. You could say you're distracting yourself so that you're not focusing on the negative and spending time doing something positive, but what the heck, who cares? Like if that's what's helping, that's what's great. So stuck indoors is something that being stuck indoors is not something that a lot of us cope with. We sort of go stir crazy. So I'm suggesting that if you have this book, or you have access to being able to purchase this book online, look, or through our website, animaldreamingpublishing.com, we'll get it out to you. But I'm just saying this is a great way to keep your mind and your spirit busy, so you can focus on positive things. There's activities in here, how to work with tree spirits, or like there's how to read the runes, or learning how to read the tarot. There's so many different things you can do, so many different things. So I just think I felt it was my responsibility to say, I've got something here that might help. Whether you choose to take that up is entirely up to you, but I just needed to say, you're not in this alone. We're all in this together. We're all feeling the same worries, the same concerns. We're all trying our very, very best to keep our head above emotional water. I'm getting a bit teary because it's really affecting me, this. And I just want you all to know that I do give a shit, that I don't know what else to do. I've written this book for this reason. It helped me through some very dark times, writing this book, because it was tapping into experiences I had with my elder, and and it got me through a very, very difficult time, the things that I wrote about in this book. So if it helped me, I can only begin to imagine that it may do something to support you as well. So I just wanted to say, this is something that's available. I'm thinking of you all. I know how tricky it can be, and why should you suffer alone when you can feel like you're walking with someone that genuinely cares, and that's me. If you are working through this book, you're following in footsteps that I took when I was discovering myself. So it's like we're walking together, and that's the intention behind writing the book. So if you would like to give that a go, animaldreamingpublishing.com is where you'll find it. It's also available online through other platforms as well. But we can get through this. It's unprecedented, it's unusual, it's touching people's lives that we just wouldn't have thought could possibly have reached them, but it is. And it's affecting every single one of us. But so the best we can do is stay strong within ourselves, stay positive, focus on something else, and I hope you take up this suggestion. Thinking of you all, and as always, I only wish you all the best. See you later, guys.